Yeah, hit the button, Drago.
Call to order Town of St. John Board of Zoning Appeals for March 20th, 2023. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Mendoza, will you please do a roll call?
Bob Rolson,
Here.
Yolanda Cardona,
Here.
Drago Popovich,
Here.
Brandon Sharon,
Here.
Mark LaRue,
Here.
Attorney Adam Decker,
Here.
Councilman Liaison Brian Blazak,
Present.
and Town Manager Joe Wizawati is not here today.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, minutes from our last meeting on February 23rd, 2023. Has everyone had an opportunity to read the minutes? And if so, make a motion.
Motion to approve February 13th, 2023 Board of Zoning Appeal regular meeting minutes.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Drago, will you please do a roll call vote on that, please?
You want a roll call vote?
Yeah, I wasn't here, so I can abstain.
Okay. Bob Rolson,
Yes.
Yolanda Cardona,
Yes.
Drago Popovich,
Yes.
Brandon Sharon,
Yes.
and Mark LaRue.
Abstain. Thank you. Next on the agenda, first item is 2023-04 developmental variance from St. John MC 24-82. It's sequenced to St. John MC 2495 D4 to allow an addition to a current home that will encroach into the rear yard setback by approximately 22 feet at 12945 Red Lily Way, St. John, Indiana. Gary Longoria, property owner, and Joseph Swetnoff, attorney.
Good
Mr.
evening.
Swetnoff, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you tonight?
Good.
Thank you for taking time out this evening to hear this petition. Of course, my name is Joseph C. Svetnoff. I'm with the law firm of Kopka, Pincus, Dolan. We're located 9801 Connecticut Drive in Crown Point, Indiana. We're representing the petitioner in this case, Mr. Gary Longoria, who resides at 12945 Red Lily Way within the Preserve subdivision. We are here tonight to discuss a parcel of property. This petitioner is seeking a development or variance to allow an addition to the current home that will encroach into the rear yard setback by approximately 22 feet. The addition to the house that we are discussing is a 1,750 square foot pool house, which will connect directly to the current home and will have direct access. The addition will feature living space, bathroom, and a shower area. Furthermore, the outside to this addition will match the existing home in character and style. We are of the opinion that the variance will not be injurious to the public health, safety, welfare, morals, or comfort to the town, as a simple residential addition will conform to the look and style of the present existing structure and will actually increase the assessed value of the homes in and around the area. 2, the use and value of the area adjacent to the residence, including in the variance, will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner, as again, this is a simple residential addition that will conform to the look and style of the present existing structure and neighborhood and will actually increase, again, the assessed value. The strict application of the zoning, the terms of zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property, as without the variance, the petitioner will not be able to construct this residential addition that will conform to the look and style of the presidential existing structure and neighborhood and actually increase the assessed value, while also shielding the next door neighbor who is to the, let me see here, who is to the
Southeast.
southeast from any sight, vision, or hopefully with a sound buffer be aided by that. Finally, we have Mr. Longoria in the crowd here tonight to answer any questions about the proposed project. Additionally, we have received approval through Jack Slager, the representative for Schilling Development, which is the developer of the Preserve subdivision itself. So at this time, I would ask if there's any questions. I'd like to answer them and hopefully receive a favorable decision by the BZA tonight. Thank you.
Mr. Swetnoff. Does anyone from the board have any questions regarding this?
So the rear yard, the 20, I don't see the existing rear yard
Setback.
easement setback. Where's that at on this drawing? Is it not shown?
It's not shown on this drawing. It's a
What's that?
40-foot rear yard requirement per the zoning ordinance.
40 foot, okay.
Yes. The structure encroaches 22 feet into that 40-foot rear yard requirement with a balance of 18 feet from the proposed structure to the property line.
So there's no utilities in that
No,
area where you want to build?
No.
it's the utility and drainage easement on the southern or the western part of the 10 foot of that lot.
So if the lot, if the setback from the rear lot is 40 feet, how did that pool get put in there?
The pool is a proposed pool.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, I didn't see proposed. I
See-
just saw pool. Sorry,
Yeah.
thank
What,
you.
what we'll have to do is we'll have to gain access from the other side of the yard to actually put the pool in, so that's why we're constructing the pool house
So
first.
it's pool and pool house. Okay, I missed that part. Yeah, Any questions?
And this was just, Sergio, this was just a utility easement, not a, to preserve easement, I forgot what that's called. but-
It's utility and drainage easement.
Yeah,
Utility
just a
and-
utility and drainage, okay.
Correct.
How long have you been? You're gonna have to come up.
6 years.
Please identify yourself, sir,
Gary Longoria.
and your address again, please, sir.
12945 Red Lily Way, St. John.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've been there 6 years now.
And of course, they made a significant investment into the subdivision, and they want to increase that investment substantially.
I don't have any more questions.
Anybody else any questions? Petitioner? Have a seat for a second. We're gonna open it for public comment. Is anyone here regarding this petitioner's request? If not, I do have one remonstrance. Is it the only one that's in the packet?
Correct, that's all we received.
So the remonstrance that I received was from Stephen and Mary Miss at 9817 Tallgrass Trail, St. John. Mr. LaRue, we are in receipt of request for approval for zoning variance as cited above. Our home is directly behind and across the common area retention pond from the back of the cited property. We do not agree to the variance being approved for an addition that will encroach the rear yard setback by approximately 20, they say 22 feet, which is actually 23. The property owners have had their deck torn down for the last 18 months, if not longer. I have had two plywood, excuse me, plywood boards on the ground, and have had, excuse me, plywood boards on the ground to the north of their residence for approximately the same length of time, with nothing done to start the project for whatever it is they were going to do. We have no confidence this structure will be finished timely, nor do we want to see a large building addition to the back of our home and yard. Stephen and Mary Ann Miss. Gentlemen, if you'd like to step back up, or unless there's anybody else
Don't
here
have any
in line or anything for
Sergio, we don't have any development area with the amount of hard surface you're allowed to put on a lot. for
Yeah,
drainage.
we reviewed it and it meets the requirements.
This is okay with what we're allowed for?
Yes.
Really?
Yep. They're separated. The structure itself is separated from accessory uses in different percentages.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch this question. Can you repeat what you?
The question is the percentage coverage on lot coverage, and our zoning ordinance permits certain lot coverage percentages based on the type of use, whether accessory use or primary structure use. So,
And this meets that criteria?
yes, it does.
Considering this is a part of the primary structure?
Yes.
Okay, does anyone else have any more questions for Mr. Swetnoff or Mr. Longoria regarding their proposal?
You mentioned that there was the idea was to block the neighbors as far as, was it noise or?
Well, not only visually, but also sound. So-
Okay, is there an issue going on with that or?
No, but we wanted to bring that to light to the board tonight, that this structure will serve in accomplishing that purpose.
Also,
this neighbor that wrote that letter, is he adjacent to this property or is he in the back? I didn't quite get that from the
It
letter.
was to the rear and,
Okay.
where the heck did it go?
Thought it said something about
did-
it, right?
you're-
Yeah.
You are correct. Let me find it.
Rear yards,
Common area, so behind and across
Directly
the
behind
common
and
area.
across the retention
So-
pond.
We're on tall grass to the, looks like to the southwest,
Okay.
I believe.
Hard to see what's on the little black dots. over
Yeah.
there.
so, yeah, where's,
So this is their property.
Okay.
and that's the detention pond, though?
So then they're probably over here somewhere. Was it
Right.
90,
Oh, it did have an address, I think, right?
9817? I see 71. They must be down over here then. There's 98. They must be
There's
behind us.
9817.
Oh, there they are. Thank you, Sergio.
And I assume your neighbors, sir, to the south of you are okay, since they're not here?
Yes, yeah, everyone in my cul-de-sac is, they're fine with it. I know the lady doesn't like me.
Well,
Not a shocker here.
well, and plus also the representative developer is in line with the project as well, Jack Slager.
Is there information regarding that?
No, that's our
To
representation
cooperate-
tonight, but Mr. Longoria has had several meetings with Mr. Slager regarding the project and its style, its concept.
I don't know that I would.
You have a,
I got a letter from him. He-
there's a letter from the Preserved Architecture Review Committee in your packet.
Yeah, approved with changes.
What's that on the north side, the northwest corner? Go up, what's that
Place that.
place? Oh, okay.
Any other questions for the petitioners? If not, we can take a, brain swing complete that, I mean,
A vote.
vote, not a vote, but a motion to approve or not approve.
So Sergio,
Go
if this
on
is
there.
a yes vote, then that easement would have to be changed at the county?
No,
No?
it's not a vacation of easement, it's an encroachment of an easement.
Encroachment of easement, okay.
But what easement is affected though? Because the one in the back is unaffected, I thought, the one in the rear of the home. So which one are we encroaching on?
Rear yard setback.
It's a rear yard
Oh,
setback.
that's right, sorry.
So
I've had a
that's-
long day.
Join the club, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have better, can you go through the, so I can see the floor plan on this? Is this also going to be, this is strictly for guest purposes, or is this going to become like a rental, or?
Kind of, but no, not a rental. Just like a, accent to the pool, for the pool.
It's gonna be
Like-
for the,
like
for the
out-
kids, for the kids to,
Yeah, outside kitchens and bar.
for entertaining and family purposes. It's not gonna be rented out.
Yeah, no.
You see it named guest suite, you kind of give a different idea that maybe it's something other than just a place to hang out, so. It's a good question to ask.
Same material, building material as your house now, and is that it in blue? maybe?
Yeah, this side here,
That side?
that side there, they're bumping up the back wall too.
Okay.
Back of the house.
Looks like the same roof pitch and.
What did you say about criteria number 3? I know you mentioned it, but I didn't know what you mentioned specifically about it.
The strict application of the terms of your zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property, as without the variance, the petitioner will not be able to construct the facility to conform to the residence itself, and and actually increase the assessed value of the homes in and around that area.
Thank you.
So this variance is strictly for the pool house, but you're not.
Pool, and the pool.
And the pool as well?
Yep.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
I
All
asked
right.
that question earlier.
Yeah, I know, I just
Yep,
just want to
that's
make sure
fine.
that was clear. It just seems like it's a large excess of land to be taken up, and I just, what I do is I imagine, like, if everybody was doing this, what would that neighborhood look like? And that would reduce the yard space quite a bit, but Sergio, you said that was, does not,
It meets the current zoning setback requirements, yes. And percentage coverage, lot coverage.
yeah, percentage cover, okay. Is there an alternate plan that you guys might have that doesn't consume this amount of space, or?
We've drawn up probably like 7 or 8 different ones. This is their best drawing.
I was drawing in what effect, what would serves,
Right, I
it
mean,
serves
we were
the,
going back and forth with Sergio, and this is, the architects came up with the best, whatever, so.
any other questions for the petitioners?
So it looks like you got patio on the south side of your addition, of the pool house? Is that correct? Yeah, pool patio on the south and then the rear yard.
Here?
No, to the, on the opposite side towards the.
If you look at your site map, sir,
Yeah. Here, Gary, right here.
go back to the site map, Sergio. Yep.
All around the pool, you mean?
No, around the pool house.
That's gonna be patio. I thought.
Yeah, basically be concrete.
And right here on the, between, yeah, right there. That's all gonna be patio too?
Yes.
And it looks like you could have drainage. Is that right, Sergio, those arrows? Is that drainage?
Yep.
So it looks like you could potentially block the drainage. And what I'm saying, to protect you too, I don't think you wanna block the drainage,
It's on this area right
on that area. Do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
hear what you're saying.
Yeah, between lot 23 and your addition,
along that property line is what he's referencing.
Does that,
see those arrows? That's drainage.
Right, no, I get that. Does it say patio on that side? I don't think it does.
Well, it has the appearance of being, the way that the drawing is made.
Looks
Like
like you have like a little retaining wall or something on.
I know the one pad where I put pool equipment on. That is, I don't know which side on that, but I know we have to, for pool equipment.
Because it looks like you have like a retaining wall around your whole patio area. And
In the back of the building around the whole back end of the property line.
Yeah.
I mean,
That-
it doesn't have to be in the back, it doesn't have to be there.
You can make that a condition of your approval.
Well, it's, you're gonna,
You could take that-
depending
you
on
could
the
take that
grade
retaining
going
wall
from
that
the
close
top
to
of
the
the
property
patio
line,
to the
too.
back, you're gonna probably have to have something there, otherwise you're going downhill. All he's saying, forget about the back end, along the side of the property, it appears there's nothing there to allow for drainage unless you've got some room in between, or they're gonna make a consideration for that when they build that. To Mr. Burleson's
It
point.
almost looks like it's an emergency overland flow route. You know, if the street floods, that water can go between lot 22 and lot 23. And you certainly don't want to block it. Yeah, because there's a flared end section, 685.2 at the very south corner of your property.
That invert?
Yeah, the flared, see the FES?
Yep.
He was at 688 from his property, but
Yeah,
I don't think drainage is gonna be a problem on this lot.
no. Just, you don't want to make a dam there, though. That's all I have.
Okay. Anyone else have anything? Any questions for petitioners? Or make a motion?
Brian's nap time.
Well, going back to the grading of the house, it looks like you got at the front, front of the house, you get 643, and it drops to 691.5, and then it looks like that's top of wall at 691. And then they leave a narrow corridor for that. You see that, Bob?
Say that again. 690.
So I'm
Where are you at?
I'm looking at, so yeah, there's a 691, we have the, right, yeah, right there, 691. If you look at towards the
0.5.
front of the yard, you got 694, so it's draining towards the back of the property.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming this TW as top of wall at 691, because that seems to be consistent all the way around the pool house and the pool.
Oh, yeah, no, I see that. I didn't see that earlier.
Right, yeah, right there. And then they're gonna install that, and how, do you already have this lined up as far as a contractor if we approve this, or
Yes,
what's their estimated completion date on this?
like 3 months. For the house itself, not the pool itself. The pool will be after it.
This is a phase 1 of 2,
Yeah.
so we're not approving the pool today.
The
We're just,
pool's
we're
already
just,
approved, I already got a permit for that. but
Okay.
The way my yard is, I have to come in through the pool to build this.
Oh, the pool's already been approved?
but wouldn't it still be a variance, Sergio?
No, it's not a structure that encroaches into the rear yard. It's not, it's a flat surface.
I
It's-
see.
Okay, all right. I thought anything was built into that setback would require a variance of some kind. Okay. Good to know. Other questions for the petitioners or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve development variance at STJMC 24-82, ET sequence STJMC 24-95 to allow addition to the current home at 12945 Red Lily Way. And approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare of the community. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property, including the variance, will not be affected in a substantial adverse manner, that the strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property.
Any conditions or?
Yep, and my condition is that the patio is not created between lot 22 and lot 23.
Yep.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
And I just want to add that.
Oh, sure.
That there's no blockage of any
Drainage.
drainage in that area.
Thank you, Mr. Burleson. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it. I think in looking at the criteria that Bob just mentioned, and the attorney also sort of went through that, I think it fits the criteria necessary for approval, in consideration of the fact that Sergio has also indicated that it meets that percentage of coverage for the lot. I will second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
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 So 2 to 3.
Okay.
Motion does not carry. Mr. Decker, what's the next steps for this? Is there any?
No, so this is not a recommendation, this is a determination made by the BZA. And because the vote was 3-2, it is not approved.
Do we need to do a roll call for that, Sergio? Do you want that in that capacity, or is it the way
We can do a
did it
roll
was
call
fine?
if you like, yeah. Bob Rolson,
Yes.
Ilana Cardona,
Yes.
Drago Popovic,
No.
Brandon Sheeran,
No.
Mark LaRue.
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, gentlemen. Next on the agenda. 2023-05 use variance from SJMC 24-172 and SJMC 24-342 and sequence to SJMC 2445 to allow a medical office use within C1 zoning district and the US 41 overlay district at 9495 Kyleman Street, St. John, Indiana. Gerald DeYoung, property owner, and Doug Reddick, DVG. Hey Doug, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Again, for the record, Doug Reddick from DVG, 1155 Troutwine Road in Crown Point. Gerald DeYoung is here tonight. He's the property owner. And we also have Jill Van Tholen here. She's a prospective tenant in this building. And I think Jill's the reason why we're all here. So this building shown here, just north of the old Kmart building, well, the address is on Kyleman Street. It kind of faces south, but the address is on Kyleman to the west. A little history. Jerry's owned it for about 20 years. The building was built in the early 80s. And it's always been kind of a professional office building. There's 10 suites in the building, 2 stories, clearly. Some tenants occupy more than one suite. Currently, there's 7 tenants in the building. And Jill's hoping to move her, is it a practice or a clinic? What do you have, Jill? Yeah, small medical practice. And that's how this was discovered. You went to get your license? Yeah, and then it was determined that her practice falls under medical use. A medical use is technically a special exception in your zoning ordinance, whereas offices, professional and otherwise, are permitted. Medical offices are a special exception. So that's kind of what prompted this meeting tonight. But truth be told, there's been medical use in there since 1984. It's just one of those things where it never came up before.
I thought it was too, that's when I saw this coming
So,
through.
and Sergio, is it because of the overlay district?
Because of the overlay district.
So that came way after the building was
There's fencing in
built.
there too.
But
What's
that's a
that?
different building.
Oh, is that a different building?
Yeah, that's
I thought
down
that-
behind this is the one next to
Oh, okay.
Stop and Shop.
That's why she's doing the medical.
So, so when Jill first approached us, we thought we just needed the special use for her particular use, then realized we might as well just ask for the whole building because there's been a dentist in there since 1984. So it's kind of hard not to do the whole building, and that's what we decided to do. That's why we're here tonight, to kind of clean up something that's kind of maybe been an oversight
Sure.
for all these years.
So what kind of practice are we talking about in the building, just out of curiosity? You've mentioned Jill, and maybe we should have her come up and identify herself and
Tell us a little bit what you do and
Come on, get on up here,
give
Joe.
your address too.
just so that, Doug's not asking you questions
Yeah,
from the
no,
peanut
that's
gallery.
fine. My name's Jill Van Tholen. 5512 Beacon Ridge in Lowell is my home. Currently, my office is in Sherrville. I do primarily hormones and weight loss, so it's mostly counseling more than anything, education. I just work part-time, and I see probably 15 patients at most a week. So it's a pretty quiet office. It's not, patients every 5 minutes or anything like that.
Sure. Okay. Thank you very much. We
You're welcome.
appreciate that. Any questions for Doug? Or Jill, for that matter?
I don't know, I'm all for weight loss. So.
I'll follow up with that one, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it
Just
alone.
leave that one alone. That's a hotbed right there. Look, if you'd have a seat for a second, we're open up for public comment. I'll have you back up here in a second. Are there any remonstrances that are not in the packet?
No, we have not received anything.
There's obviously no one here to do that. I don't know if everybody online. Keep forgetting we gotta do that as well. That's a no.
Nope.
Okay. Don't get comfy. Any other questions for Doug regarding this petitioner's request? Again, this is a favorable or unfavorable going back to the town council. So what we do here is just going to help them or maybe make it more difficult for them to get past the town council. Any questions, or would you like to make a motion?
Pretty self-explanatory. All right, I'll make a motion to approve, or give a favorable recommendation for the Gerald DeYoung Medical Office use C-1 in the US 41 overlay district. Want me to read all this?
Please do.
Approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, comfort, and general welfare of the community. The use and the value of the area adjacent to the property, including the variance, will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. The need for the variance will not arise from some condition peculiar to the property, which is follows, nothing. The applicant did establish that strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought. The petitioner has established that approval does not interfere substantially with the comprehensive plan of the town of St. John. I have no conditions or contingencies.
Thank you, Mr. Sheehan. We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Opposed?
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And do we know when it would go to the town council? Sergio, is that something you have?
No, we don't have that information. We'll
Oh, they have to
send over
approve
the
the minutes first.
certification to the town manager's office, and then they'll place it on their next scheduled meeting or whenever they receive the, typically the practice is they wait for the approved minutes.
Right.
So next month, we'll have the minutes ready, and then they'll probably take action after that at the council.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
Doug, for DVG.
Next on the agenda, new old business. I don't think we have any of that. Public comment. I don't think we've got that either. So with that, we'll adjourn.